All right, so we got to finish up this 3.3 and then we'll take our test afterwards. All right, so back again to number 10. When 22 is subtracted from 4 times a certain number, the result is 62. What is the number? So try that one. See if you can turn it into an equation first off, and then we'll solve the equation. Give you a second. Okay, so 22 subtracted from. What does that mean, subtracted from? At the back, yeah. So those words subtracted from. Probably shouldn't throw your calculator around the room. I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. Or your cell phone, huh? So 22 subtracted, but 22 goes in the back, right? 22 at the back. So whenever you have those words subtract from, so that means 22 is at the back, like that, subtracted from something, right? From it at the back. What's it subtracted from? 4 times a certain number. So that'd be 4 times x. Is that good? 22 subtracted from at the back of 4 times a certain number, 4 times x. The result is 62. Good? Let's get in that equation. All right, can you solve that thing now? I know you can solve that with the greatest of ease once you have it, huh? Compared to those other ones, this is an easy one. X is saying, I want to be alone. What's our first step? Add the 22 to both sides. Bring down the 4x. What's that? 84. Last step is always divide. So in each case, at 21, x is 21. The certain number is 21. There we go. Questions on that one? All right. Okay. Bike shop rents mountain bikes for a $3 insurance charge plus $2.30 for each hour. For how many hours can a person rent a bike with $15.65? Yeah, you could probably, go ahead and solve it however you want. I wouldn't use X's and stuff. You can probably just do that much easier without just doing the numbers, I bet. So give that a try. You guys getting this one? So what do? So we take the price, the $15.65. Take the $15.65, and what do? Subtract the $3 insurance charge, right? Because that's just paid off the top for insurance, right? $12.65 is for the hourly rate, right? What do we do with that $12.65 now? Divided by 230. Find out how many 230s go into that, huh? How many hours of bike use? And I'm guessing the answer is something like 5. Oh, is that what it is? 5.5? So 5.5 hours. Now they're going to show some fancy X way. I could show that to you also, but this is totally fine with me. This is what I think any reasonable person would just do naturally. It's just like that, and that's totally fine with me. I don't think you'd naturally go, oh, I'll let X be some number, and anyway, I'll show it though. But is that okay? Just doing it like that? Does that make sense what we did? Just subtract the insurance, divide by the hourly rate. Now, the formal way, if you click on the show me an example thing, is they're going to tell you, they're going to say, well, look, let X be the hours of bike usage. And they're going to say it's $2.30 times each hour of bike usage, plus the $3 insurance charge, that equals the total price of $15.65. That's what they're going to show you formally in the equation. And that's true. It's not easier, but true. Right? Makes sense out of that. Then they would say solve for X, solve for the hours. See how I came up with that equation? $2.30 times however many hours, each for each hour, plus the $3 insurance equals the $15.65. Now, how would you solve that little equation for X? What would you do first? Subtract 3. What did we do first? See how it's exactly the same. Subtract 3. Then we get what? 230x, bring that down there, equals, what's that, 1265. And then what would you do next to finish? What's the last step in solving for x? Divide by 230. What did we do last? Divide by 230. See how it's the same? And you'd get the same answer. So either way is right. See how algebra is just following the logic, really? That's what it is.
Nice to see it in a real life situation like that.
Yeah. To see that it's doing logically what you would do to get back to the hours. To get x alone. So when we're getting x alone, we're just following logic. That's all it is. Math is just the logical steps. So anyway, probably for most people, they just crank the numbers, huh? And that's fine with me. Just crank those numbers. Good. Any questions on that one? All right. Okay. Service center bills $20 service charge for a house call plus $22 for each hour the job takes. How long has a repair person worked on a house call if the bill comes to $163? Try that one. So it is 6.5? You guys getting it already? Good. 6.5, yeah. So what do we do first? Take the $163 bill and do what? Let's subtract the 20, huh? The service charge, because that sounds like a one-time fee thing. Yeah, subtract the 20. And you get, what's that, 143? And then take the 143, and what do we do next? Divide by the $22 per hour to find out how many hours. And what is it, 6.5 you said? 6.5 hours. Is that good?
Same problem, different numbers.
Yeah, it's the same problem, different numbers. Absolutely the same problem, different numbers, huh? Good. So again, they're good. If you click on the help button, they're going to show a bunch of X and stuff. I think it's easier just to run the numbers straight ahead like that, which is what the X equation would do anyway. Good. All right. Okay. Rents a luxury car at a daily rate of $40.33 plus 4 cents per mile. Give it a try. What's that? Yeah, be careful with them decimals. Remember, we've had a big lesson about 0.99 cents and everything. Decimals matter, don't they? Okay, so what do we do? What do we start with? Am I jumping the gun? You guys okay? Another second. Start with 120, right? Start with $120, which is what they have for the daily rental. Then what? Yeah. Yeah, subtract the 40.33. So that'd be what? 79.67, right? Because the 40.33 is the basic fee for each day, right? So then the 79.67 is what they pay in miles. So what do I do with that now?
Divide by 4 cents.
Yeah, so what do I divide by exactly?
4.04?
Yeah, 04 is how you do 4 cents, huh? 0.4 would be 40 cents, wouldn't it, really? Does that make sense? So you divide by 0.04, right? Because that represents 4 cents. We good with that? And what do we get there? 1991.75? It's a lot of miles. One day? Wow. 2,000 miles. So what is that? 50. If you do 50 miles, that's an hour. That's 20 hours, isn't it? Yeah, so you do 60 or 70 or something. And
60 miles, 33 hours.
Oh.
60 per hour?
so you divide that by 60?
Yeah, 33.
Really? Yeah. Well, that person went fast. Anyway, so that's the number of miles that they covered. Is that good? Does that make sense? How are we doing those? Those are all just kind of the same thing, huh? Questions on that? That good? Okay, perimeter of a college athletic field is 92 meters and the length is 18 more than the width. Find the length and the width. Oh, this is like a real deal here. So there, it's like a real word problem. Okay. Perimeter. So we got this field thing here, and the perimeter is 92 meters. What are we going to do with that? So perimeter. Perimeter means all the way around the outside, huh? Yeah, if this is the width and this is the length, then what's the formula for the perimeter? How far all the way around is this thing? Two L plus 2W. Does that make sense? If you're to walk, if you started here, say, you'd go L, W, L, W, wouldn't you? You do the length twice and the width twice to go all the way around the thing, huh? 2 L's plus 2 W's added up. So that's the perimeter of any rectangle, huh? Any rectangle. 2 lengths and 2 widths added up. Okay, so there's our basic formula we're going to use. All right, let's plug stuff in. So the perimeter is 92, right? So that goes right there. That is the perimeter. So far, so good. Just plug the 92 in for the perimeter. Now, what do I do from here? Yeah. What's it saying here? Length is 18 more than width. What does that mean? L is, what is? Equals. Length is, L equals 18 more. Don't worry about the meters, whatever, it's just units. 18 more? What is more? Plus than width. That means L equals 18 plus W, doesn't it? 18 more than the width? Okay, so what?
So then, are you gonna substitute?
Yeah, you got it. You guys are with me. Right there, huh? Because that L, right next to the 2 is still going to be there, right? The 2's not going anywhere. That'll still be here. But then right next to it, in the place of the L, I'm going to plug in what L is. 18 plus W. And the plus 2W is still there at the back. Does that make sense what happened? See how I put in the L slot, the 18 plus W, because that's what L is? Let me slow down there for a minute. Does everybody see that? So I wrote out the basic perimeter formula. It's 2 widths and 2 lengths. They told me the perimeter is 92. Plug that into the perimeter slot. And the L is 18 plus W. I plug that, boom, right in the L. The 2 is still there. It's 2L to 18 plus W. Because that's what L is. And then the plus 2W is still at the back. Does that make sense? Can you solve that for W now? Like we've been solving for X all morning?
Yeah.
Solve that for W.
Now
Big basketball finals are coming up. Anybody interested? It's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
Hopefully. I mean, it's 3rd year in a row, right?
You can't see the brown one anymore. It has to be the home team.
We will see. Should be exciting. They're right here. They're local. They're only 2 hours away. You could go to one of the games.
Right. You want to pay a $1,000
I know. You know, my kids last year, we were watching the finals last year. They're like, Dad, I'm like, San Francisco, it's just 2 hours away. They're like, we should go to one of the games. I'm like, yeah, we could sell the house and see one game and then live on the street after that. All right, so distribute through the parentheses there. So 92 equals, what's that, 36 plus 2W. And the parentheses are dropped off, right? After you distribute through the parentheses, they drop off. We good to there? Good. 92 equals 36. And 2W, 2W? 4W. Like that. We good? Bring it up here. All right. Yeah. Subtract 30, because W is saying I want to be alone. Am I going too quick? Yeah, let me slow down. Sorry, I'm just kind of flying through this on autopilot. Is this okay? So I distributed through the parentheses. Right? 2 times 18, 36, 2 times W, 2W. And then, what do you do when you have two letters on the same side? That's just like terms. Just add them up, 4W. Like terms, good to there? And coming up here, now here's the wall. W is saying, I want to be alone. So subtract the 36. And what is it? 56, thank you. These are gone. Bring down the 4W. Last step to get W alone. Divide by 4. Is that 20, 28, 4? Is that 14? The width must be 14. That's their question. What's the width?
But that's a two-part question.
Oh, is it? They want the length also. Okay, let's get that as well. All right, so we got the width. The width is 14. That would be the first answer here. But then they're going to ask me for the length also. How do I get the length also? Yeah, probably a lot of things you could do. Probably the easiest things, yeah, what you all are saying, it's right up here. Because it says right there, bring it over here. L equals 18 plus W. What's W? Well, I know right now W is 14. So L is 18 plus 14. Now that I know W, L's a snap. What is that? Whatever it is, 20, 32? The length must be 32. See how the equations work together? That's like a real word problem there. Pretty complex word problem. Is that good? Is that making sense? Questions on that one?
Wouldn't the length be 36 because we already solved it in the problem?
What do you mean?
Because we already did 18 plus width times 2, so we already know that the length is 36 in the problem that we just solved.
Well, we know the length is 18 plus W. And so you say you're looking at that 36 and saying that's it? Careful, that 36 was only part of it. It was only the 2 times the 18. It also includes the 2 times, it's actually 36 plus 2W. And that's 2 times the length, not the length.
So when I solved, I accepted it on the computer. They let me do that.
You know, the length is not 36 on this one. Right, it's 32. So it's not just that number in the front there. Yeah. Maybe it was on yours for some other reason, I'm not sure why. Yeah. But in general, this right here is just part of the length. Yeah. That makes sense? That good on that? Are we good?
Well, 36 plus 2W would be twice the length. So half the length is 2 bracket 18 plus W. Oh, sorry, the length itself is, like you wrote out, 18 plus W.
It is. The length is 18 plus W, which is what we did over here.
Yeah.
Yep. That's right. Length is 18 plus W. Yeah. Good. Good. Yeah, that's a hard one.
If you just see it, can you just work it out without the equation? Like, because when I see I just times 18 times 2 and subtract it from 96 and divide by 4.
Yeah, right.
So,
Yeah, wait, what'd you do again? One more time, Joel? You did what?
I knew the length was 18 more than the width, so
Right.
I times 18 by 2, subtracted that to 96.
Oh, nice. And divide by 4. Good thinking. I like the way your mind thinks. Yeah, good job. That's good thinking. Yeah. Good. Let me do this. So, with our time that remains, then we'll take our test. So we got a little bit of time. Let me show you how this algebra works out. And let me do what looks like a magic I'll do magic. I'll do some math magic here. All right, and then I'll show you that it's just algebra is all I'm doing. All right, so how about, this is what you could do this with somebody. Pick a number on your own paper there. Pick a number. You can pick any number you want, but if you want to make the calculations easy, pick a number like 1 to 20 or whatever. Pick some number. Write it on your paper, whatever number you want, 1 through 20. I'm assuming you all pick different numbers. Be smart. So pick some kind of number. So pick a number on your paper there. All right, now take that number. Everybody got that number? Take that number that you've got And add, how about add 6 to it. Take your number and add 6. So keep track of this with me as we go, whatever total you've got now. So you take your number, add 6. All right? Now you've got some total, right? Now, multiply that total, multiply by 3. Whatever your total is, multiply it by 3. Okay? Now, subtract 10 from your number. Subtract 10 from your number. You got that? Now, subtract your original number. Subtract your original number.
The number that we picked.
Yeah, the number you originally picked. Right, subtract the number from your total, your current total, subtract the original number you picked. You with me? Okay. Now, divide by 2. Now, wait a minute, I'm getting lost. Number. Now, subtract your original number one more time. Subtract your original number. Everybody there? You've got 4.
That's so wild.
Right? Unless you messed up in your calculation, you have 4. Every one of you.
So
has
what's
4.
my original number?
I have no idea. Now, how did I do that? Simple algebra. Let me show you what I was just writing it as we did it. What did I do? Here's how you could do it with anybody, right? When you pick your original number, call that x. I just thought in my head, they've all got something, x. I don't know what it is. It's x. And then I said, add 6. So I thought in my head, they've all got x plus 6. Whatever that original was, plus 6. Then I said, multiply by 3. I could just done anything like this. So that means 3 times. Now, I in my head I distributed, and I thought they really have 3x plus 18 right now. Right? And then I said what? Subtract 10. So subtract 10 from this, and I thought, okay, they all have 3x plus 8 now. And then I said, subtract your original number. What's your original number? X. Subtract x. 2x plus 8 is what I thought now. Right? And then I said, divide by 2. Now careful, that means the whole thing. So divide by 2, divide by 2. I thought, oh, they all have x plus 4 now. Right? Divide through by 2. And then subtract your original number. What's your original number? Minus x. What's everybody left with? See, I just got your original number back out of there. I eventually, through dividing and subtracting, got rid of the original number, so there's no more x. So I have no idea what your original number is, but I made all of them into 4. It's just simple algebra. But it looks like magic when you don't realize it's just simple algebra.
So but you took our number, if we disregard the plus 6, you multiplied it by 3.
Right.
But then you subtracted our number twice.
But divided by 2 right here.
Okay.
So I subtracted it once, got it to 2x, divided it by 2, making it regular x, then subtracted. Yeah, I tried to make that a little more tricky. If I subtracted it 3 times, you might have thought, well, yeah, he just took out my original number, so I tried to be a little more tricky and divided by 2 about halfway through it, so it wouldn't be so obvious. A little more sleight of hand. right? So you could do that and impress your friends with your college math classes you're taking. That's all that is.
That musician did it on television, and he did it to that world of cards.
Something like that, huh?
Yeah, he did it by math.
David Blaine?
Oh, maybe, huh?
Something like that, too.
Yeah, you seen it when you like, whatever, and then it ended up, this is your number, or something, yeah.
I don't know.
That was David Blaine, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's stop there.